Alright, this is how we're going to learn to make the gimmick that we use to make the safety pins link together. You actually need 3 safety pins and 2 elastic bands. This is what you do. Open one safety pin very carefully, don't poke yourself, and just link them and close it. That's stage 1 done. But the second thing you're going to do is to take one elastic band, feed it inside the other one like that, and loop it around through the hole. So essentially when you pull it tight, they've locked together. Now you have 2 big loops. At the end of this loop, you're going to place a safety pin. Just lock it on and close it up. Now the situation is you have 2 elastic bands secured together, a safety pin on one end, and the 2 safety pins interlinked. Now you're ready to go. Let's learn how to do the trick. Alright, the safety pin with the 2 elastic bands is going to go around your wrist. You'll need to be wearing a jacket or a long sleeve shirt to do this trick. You take the large loop, pull back your sleeve, and place it all the way around almost up to your elbow. This will leave the safety pin and the other elastic being able to hang down just below your wrist. You don't want it to hang down too low, otherwise they're going to see it. After it's on, all you do, hold on to the safety pin, pull down your sleeve, and you're set to go. Now that you've got the safety pin with the elastic going up your sleeve, you can hide it by holding the safety pin at the end of your hand. You can also hide the other safety pin behind your second finger and placing your thumb on top. Looks pretty fair from the front. It looks like you have 2. You can touch them together and then you're going to go up and throw them down to the table. What you'll actually do is just throw down those 2. At the same time, you're going to let this one go up your sleeve. If you do them together, it looks like they linked in midair, and now everything's examinable and no one will ever know the other one is up your sleeve. Okay, this is the explanation for the floating card. To do this trick, you're going to need 2 very secret gimmicks. Your thumbs. As you hold the card in your fingers like this in the front, your thumbs secretly hold it by the bottom at the back. If the card's in this position, all you have to do is lift your thumbs back and it will appear from the front as the card is floating. Be careful to keep your thumbs low and not too high, otherwise they'll be able to see it from the front. When you get to a certain distance back, almost as far as you can go, you can open the front of your fingers up. From the front, it'll look like the card is floating. Animating the card by wiggling it back and forth with your thumbs creates the illusion, and then when you bring it back to normal, you can turn it around and hand it out for examination. That's the floating card. This is the explanation for the second floating card. What it looks like you're going to do is interlace your fingers, place a card in the center, and the card will float up into the air, as if by magic. Well, when you interlace your fingers, you leave one finger out like that. It's this finger that you can bend and balance the card on the center spot. Isn't that nice of the people that make the cards to put a little spot there to show us where to balance it? Right there, and essentially that finger just lifts up in the air and back down again. With the card there balanced perfectly, it looks like it's floating. You have to be careful that people are viewing this from right over top. So do it for someone that's standing, not someone that's sitting. Otherwise they can see your finger going up and down, and it's not such a good trick. But this is an amazing illusion when done correctly. It really looks as if the card is floating up in the air. And of course, let them look at the card after, as they will want to see if it's a trick card or anything like that. This is the explanation for the one-handed cut. To do this, you'll need a deck of cards and one hand. Hold the cards at your fingertips of your left hand like this, and your thumb at the back. You're going to need to let half the cards drop by lifting up your thumb. It's really easy to do. Just turn your thumb forward until some drop. Then take the first finger and curl it underneath that packet that's dropped and just start pushing it up. As soon as it clears, it'll automatically fall back into place. Let's see that again. Curl the thumb, let some drop, push up with the first finger until they get to your thumb. When they get here, just open this thumb up and close it. That is the one-handed cut.